welcome to the house. The one they talking about, word of mouth. The boxing playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.
What's up, guys? This is Sakura A and Emelio Santana, and you're watching Boxing Playhouse's After Dark series. And today we're gonna have Tony. That's right, Antonio Tarver Jr. coming fresh up on his new and exciting main event fight that's gonna happen this weekend, and that's at the TNK Boxing Promotions All or Nothing 4 Boxing Card Saturday. And I can't wait. It's right here in St. Pete. That's right, St. Petersburg, Florida, Tampa Bay. All day. So before we bring him on around 8:30, what we're going to do is talk to you guys about other topics that are steaming hot in the boxing world. And let's get it cracking right now. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Well, first up, we got Errol Spence. He's chiming in with ESPN's Mike Coppinger, and he's telling everybody that he is so grateful that he found out about the detached retina before it moved into the center of his eye. Spence reportedly had a shadow on the outside of his eye, an injury that he's saying that he sustained while sparring for the Manny Pacquiao fight. Believe it?
Yeah, hey, I believe it. You know, it could have been a few things. You know, some people speculated about this car accident, you know, sparring, getting hit in the eye. So any of that's possible, you know. So, you know, it's a good thing that he caught it in time and taking care of that. You know, remind me when Sugar Ray Leonard had that detached retina. You know, he had to stay out for a couple years before he made a couple comebacks. So, you know, them eye injuries are very serious. You don't want to lose an eye. So I think you need to take time and let that eye heal and, you know, and see what's next.
Well, I definitely don't buy that this happened during a car accident, because they would have caught it then and wouldn't have allowed him to fight, you know, the fight with Danny Garcia. And also, I just want to pinpoint that sparring, you know, they're saying that can cause more brain injuries because you're sustaining, you know, repetitive behavior over and over again as far as your brain is concerned. So sparring is a rough business. I mean, I don't know who he was allowing to hit him in that camp. I would love to know who he was sparring. I mean, that's just me, you know. I'm always thinking about who got that kind of power.
We've seen how guys, officials, supposed to be checking things, and we've seen things go through that shouldn't have went through. So there's a lot of guys that be slipping on their job. So, you know, I'm not trying to discredit, you know, the doctors or whoever looked at Earl, but sometimes guys ain't on their job. And you know, just like doctors, some things can go through, you know. So I don't know if it could have been the eye from a car or some sparring, but we do know he has an eye injury, and it cost Earl a big fight that he was waiting 2 or 3 years to get. So
Right.
I no doubt feel like, you know, he definitely had an eye injury because Earl, you know, that was a lot of money on the table, a fight he wanted, you know, to fight a legend like Manny Pacquiao, man. It's like almost like the Mayweather sweepstakes. Everybody want a piece of Manny. So they're like, I don't know, Ugas might hit that sweepstake twice. You know, Manny talking about maybe fighting him again. So we'll see.
Right. I mean, and Manny is discussing or talking about maybe having a farewell fight in Manila. It'll be a thriller in Manila again if that does happen, which I'm just looking forward to the title of it. You know what I'm saying? If it does happen, and it is a great way for him to go out with a bang and celebrate with his beloved Filipino people. So if he is going to do that part of it, I am definitely down with it. And if he wants to revisit Ugas and he feels like it's possible that, you know, he could do better in that fight and win, then why not? Allow him that. I mean, the only other person I wanted to see him matched up with again at this point is Mayweather. Because I feel like there's still like money left out there on the table for those two. Okay, so our next subject is bye-bye to the interim titles for the WBA. How excited, how exuberant, how shocked are you that this actually has come to fruition?
I love that news. I hope some of these other organizations follow in their footsteps, especially the WBC with all them different belts they have. You know, it's a good first step into eliminating all this confusion and all these belts. You know, a lot of belts looking the same, and you know, it's just, you know, I was so glad to hear that. So I want to see all the other organizations clean up their organizations and start eliminating all these, you know, all these unnecessary belts.
Right. My only question is this a tactic to get our minds off the fact that they still have not technically fired or made Rizzo the judge, the female judge, with the controversial tweets? They haven't made her resign. I want to know: are you really interested in cleaning up your sanctioning body, or is this a tactic to get our minds off other things?
She needs to go.
And see, they are counting on us to forget about that. They really are, because you see how it's only been 2 weeks since the incident happened, or rather 3 weeks now. This will be the 3rd week, and I haven't seen a new article about any updates on her and the status. And I'm also interested to know what the Florida Boxing Commission is going to do about her licensing as well. So I haven't heard about either one of those things. And so I'm going to keep bringing up her name until we discuss these things or we hear something that has changed. And that's the way Boxing PlayHouse is going to run this. So anyway, I am also happy about the interim titles being like made into like a number one contender status, basically. Because it did state that all the WBA interim title holders would now be required to fight the super champ. So basically, it's putting interim champs back into that slot of the number one contender, which is how it should be. I mean,
I still want to see just one WBA champion. So they still got the regular and the super.
Correct.
See, they need to just go on and eliminate, just make one champ.
But 3 is better than 2. I mean, 2 is better than 3 at least. I mean, they had 3. It's a step. I'm not going to bash them for taking a step in the correct direction. Put it that way.
I remember before all these belts, we felt like the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, we felt like that was too many. Now you got all these organizations branching out with belts underneath them and just making it just more confusing. So I'm old school. I like the old days when it was just the WBA and the WBC. You know, we was all right when the IBF came, but when they started adding all them other belts, it just, you know, it just became a political thing, and guys not really fighting each other the way they should. So I wish we could start eliminating some of these belts.
Okay, they just did.
Well, it's a step. Keep stepping with it. You know, it's the first step, so keep stepping. Eliminating all these belts, man.
Okay. Well, all right then. Well, we got Welterweight Ranks next. For the Ring magazine, they came out with their welterweight rankings. Let's see. What they have for us is number 1, Errol Spence Jr. Number 2, Bud Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
Number 3, they have Ugas, newly won against Pacquiao. Number 4, they have Porter.
Okay.
And number 5, they still got Pac-Man, baby.
Well, I can agree with that. I agree with that.
What do you think? I mean, is this something that you feel like is this in the right order?
Yeah, I feel like I still put Earl at the top. You know, Crawford just got to get a couple of good wins, and he's right there at welterweight. You know, Crawford is right there. It's just he just need a couple significant wins at welterweight, some big names Porter's the start. You know, if he can go in there and dominate Porter better than Earl Spence, then it's going to be a real good argument on who's number one.
True.
So then you got the young guns coming up behind those guys. So the welterweight division is still hot, heating up. You know, you got Keith Thurman, you know, trying to get back in the scene. So there's some fights that, you know, some interesting fights that can be made still.
Okay. I mean, well, I don't agree with that order necessarily, but I think that the 5 gentlemen that are there are mostly correctly there.
Wow.
I would actually have to slide Sean Porter up, in my opinion. The experience, the level of competition out of all these guys, Porter has basically the best record as far as fighting the best. So I think that needs to be rewarded in a meaningful way. And as far as Pac is concerned, maybe he should be at number 6 at this point. I'm also missing Keith Thurman in this lineup. So it's a couple of things that I would change. Oh, and definitely, you know, I still believe Bud is the pound for pound best, but he hasn't fought anyone that is matched up with any of the other welterweights. So this is still holding him back. So hopefully when he fights the Sean Porter fight, we'll be able to see if he really is number 1 pound for pound. Because I believe if he's decisive, if he decisively wins against Sean Porter, then that does tell us that he is number 1. Yes, because his fight, Porter's fight with Spence, was highly contestable and it was very competitive. And you mean to tell me that one drop of the hand that occurred in that entire fight, and that's Porter, made Spence win that fight? No, I'm not buying it. So with that being said, most of the names on that ranking, I would agree with. Right. Okay, so we got to give some shout outs to our fans, man. We ain't been able to see our fans. We haven't been able to talk to them on comments. I want to know from you guys exactly, you know, if you think that ranking was correct in the way that the Ring magazine did it. We want to send a shout out to Makir, Antron Morris, Ronnie Johnson, and Antonio. What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up to all of you guys? And yeah, let's go ahead and see what the next topic is. We'll be looking out for any of your comments. Now we got this news here that really pissed me off. World champion boxer facing felony robbery charges in San Antonio, Texas. We got the world champion. I mean, where do I start? First of all, I don't like the title. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is some chopped up shit if I ever heard of it. Yeah. I read the article. Most people are not going to read all of that. They're just going to see that caption on that title and be like, oh shit, another black boxer done messed up and see how they in trouble and blah, blah, blah. Knew they wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to mess up black folks in good positions. So let me break it down to you guys. Basically, Charlo was in like a pub setting, or, you know, for Americans, we call, you know, it was a bar. So he was in like a wing house, you know, type place in San Antonio. He gets ready to pay for him and his entourage. He gets a tweet. I mean, not a tweet, but he gets a text from his bank. Right. Did you make this charge? We've all had that on our phone. So basically, they were like, you know, questioning, did you make this charge or not? So when this happens, the card is declined until you say yes. Once you click yes, then they say, okay, you can run your card again. So when Charlo's like, run my card again, the lady, the waitress says, oh, I don't know where your card is. We lost it. How you lost a world champion's bank card that you know is full of money? Yeah, and then you got this man's driver's license, I'm gonna tell you all straight. Like, if you lose my bank account card, or you say you did, first of all, I'm looking at you like, really? You got this thing in a black wallet? You know they bring you the black wallet, and you pay. You put your card, you slide your card in there. How you lose my card? And two, I don't even have that kind of money. But I'm gonna be mad at your ass too, because you got my shit and you got my identification. They had his identification card, basically your driver's license. They had that too. So, identity theft is real out here too, guys. So this woman is done said, "Oh, I don't know where your card is at," and she got his ID in her hand. So how do you have my ID but you don't have my bank card? So Charlo, he gets mad and he's like, "Give me my shit," right? So he takes the black, little wallet thing, and he takes the other one thinking that his card might be in there, right? Or he just pissed off. He just takes them and he leaves. Later, his assistant calls and tries to pay, right? She's trying to pay the bill because they had to leave in a hurry so he could cancel his card, I guess. They will not accept payment all of a sudden. Why wouldn't you accept your money? Then later on, after the police are called and everything, now you have a situation where, this cop, he done wrote up a whole police report on Charlo and making it seem like, oh, it's felony theft. 3 charges of felony theft. Like, how in the hell do you get to felony theft but taking your own ID back? I'm calling bullshit on these charges, and I'm calling racism too, damn it. Like, you know how Texas is. And the reason I'm saying that, guys, is for a reason, okay? The reason I'm saying it is because later on, the company, the wing spot, they decided that they didn't want to press charges. They, squashed whatever it was, and they asked for the charges to be dropped. They didn't want to proceed, and the cop refuses. He wants to keep it going. So who the hell would want to keep something like this going unless you got underlying reasons why you want to try to ruin this man's name? So there you have it. All I have to say as a last thing, and then I'm going to let you respond, baby. All I want to say is, if you are one of those people that like to read titles, but then you don't like to read the actual article, I implore you to just, when you do read these titles, take it with a grain of salt and really dive into, the details of it so that you can really see, because now you have people that, and I have my own articles where, you're trying to come up with a catchy, article name or title so people will click on it. But then you also got people that come up with these, articles, and they come up with titles trying to bait you into clicking it, and then it's nothing like the title said it was. So I just implore people to read the full content if they're going to, use the information. So what do you think about this situation?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's that clickbait tactic a lot of people use. They throw the worst title on these situations to get people to click and listen, and it's a shame, they tried to make Charlo seem like he was robbing the place or something.
Yeah, and in Florida, when you hear the words felony robbery, that means you had a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what state you're in, that's considered that you have a weapon. So you're thinking that this is like a dangerous guy that's committed like something really seriously heinous going on. Yeah. And then you read that it's him trying to get his damn ID back.
And they put his mugshot up like he wanted in America's most wanted.
Yes.
All over everybody's screen. So
oh my goodness.
They just, it's a lot of hate, man. A lot of people don't like the Charlos, and they love to hear some negative news.
Right.
They love to want to hear something bad, and they go with it. So it's unfortunate, hopefully you don't have to spend a lot of money dealing with this situation and be done with it.
And Tony Morris, he says, I'm a big fight fan. All right. And so are we. And then we got Ann Schoolboy Garrett in the house. What's up?
Man,
He
what's
says,
up?
what it do, family? Hey,
Man, what's up, man?
what's up, man? We can't wait to see you this weekend at this fight card. I know Schoolboy gonna be in the house. And then Anton said, Texas is one state I'll never stay in. I'm with you on that. You know, the prices and everything, you know, the standard of living is awesome, but you got to deal with some serious, real deal racism there. I don't like that. And then let's see, Chris Rodriguez is watching. Is that Chris? No, Cheeto Rodriguez. I'm sorry. And then Ian says explosion. That's right. It's gonna be an explosion at this fight. Yes, for sure. So, you know, when I'm thinking like, I don't know why, you know, people are so ready to like, they'll give these people fame. They'll like, you know, let you get to a certain level. And then for whatever reason, America seems to always want to try to bring you down.
Yep.
You know, and it's hater juice. It really is. It's hater juice. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go to our next topic. So our next topic is Pac-Man with all these belts, baby. All these world champions he's fought. All this glory. I mean, should he give a damn about not beating Ugas at this point? I mean, look at this. Look at these accolades.
Wrapped up.
I mean,
I don't know who had more belts, him or Floyd. They just neck and neck with all them belts.
Yeah, and it just kind of puts in perspective how long Pacquiao's been in the game and what he's accomplished, you know, as a boxer. And I mean, is there anything else that people were saying about this post? Because I heard that this post went like kind of viral on you.
Yeah, I don't think people realize the magnitude and the guys, the champs that Manny has beat over the years. You know, just to see all them belts and the names over each belt that he beat for it. You know, it's just, you know, it's amazing, man. This guy has an amazing career. He's definitely a legend. You know, a rematch we have to see. You know, I'm kind of on the fence with that. I would like to see Manny go out on top. But, you know, he's getting older. Nobody wants to see him get hurt, you know.
Right.
It's life after boxing. You know, he wants to be a president of the Philippines. So it's a lot for Manny to think about. And we have to see.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can say is that I realize it does take a lot of money to try to do a presidential campaign and to continue to take care of all of the numerous, you know, team members he has. So, and I know he's the type of person that's going to always want to take care of his people. So, with that being said, you need like, he thought this was going to be that fight that, you know, with Spence, that was going to give him, you know, that type of money to be able to officially walk away. But then when he had to back out due to that injury, you know, that seriously changed the numbers, especially the pay-per-view numbers. Right. So, you know, he still needs that type of fight for him to finish out on, I believe. Does it have to be against Ugas? No. Because I think Floyd is out there. I think Floyd and him make more money. I really do. Whether it's an exhibition or not. It could be an exhibition as well, since Floyd has been doing that. And Manila would be an amazing spot for that to me. Like, it's like everything lines up to where that would be an awesome fight. So let's move on, because Devin Haney is upset, baby.
What are you upset about?
Oh my God. Rolly, of course. Yes, Rolly is one of those WBA interim champs.
What Rolly said?
Rolly said, I'm Tank's mandatory. Like, he wanting to fight him next. And then Devin Haney said, bitch, you ain't shit.
Wow.
And I like the way he did it, though, because I know exactly how he was saying it, the same way I said it. Like, the context and everything, it's a black thing, guys. But you say that like, you know, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The build-up would be entertaining because it's already starting to get entertaining hearing these guys talk. So
okay, but that's Devin Haney that said that.
Right.
Tank
we know
never
coming back with something.
Yes, well, Tank never said anything, and that's the one that they both, I guess, are gunning for a fight against.
Right.
All right, so let's go ahead and Ugas had this question that we did on heavy bag boxing on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. guys. But the question is straight from Ugas. He wants to know, what place do you have me among the best welterweights in the world? So like, tell me, where do you have him at on that list?
Kind of like what the Ring Magazine had him. I had
3?
him like, I give Spence 1, Crawford, Porter. You got to put Porter next. I say maybe 4. Since he got the win over Pacquiao, I'll put him at 4. He's a world champion.
Right.
4, then put Pacquiao behind him, and then other guys follow. So he's definitely in the top 5 with those guys. Number 4 in my book. And if he can get a couple more wins over them other guys, he can work his way up to the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any one of those guys can be given night the way they are. Any given night, Sean Porter can turn around and probably upset Earl Spence in the rematch.
He's gonna give problems to all these guys.
Right.
He's already proven that that's what it's like with him. And a lot of them don't even want to get in the ring with him. And I don't even think Bud was really excited about being in that type of fight with him. And we got to see what's going to go on with that purse bid for that.
Sean's fighting style is just one of them styles, man, where you just, he's on you all night, man. He's going to make you work. And a lot of guys don't like fighting guys like that. It's physical. Remember the fight he did with Paulie Malignaggi, just physical on you all night like a gnat, just on you.
Yeah.
And so a lot of guys don't like working that hard, when you're dealing with Sean Porter, because he's going to make you earn, what you get. So it's going to be a tough fight for Bud, and it's going to be a chance to really see, how he is with these elite welterweights.
Well, that fight has been, basically ordered to have a purse bid. That purse bid has not happened. They have until September the 2nd.
Right.
And if they don't come up with terms by then, they're going to start the bid for this fight for anyone to pick. And starting at $200,000, which that fight is worth way more than that. And also, if it goes to an open bidding situation, then the WBO is saying they want to fight in Puerto Rico, which is somewhere that neither one of them have ties to. So I think they're trying to force the situation. Like, you guys need to get this shit together, and you need to come on to terms with what y'all gonna do, or you're gonna have to live with our terms. That ain't gonna be nothing like what you want. So hopefully they can come up with something by September 2nd. Because I know Bud don't want to be stripped of his title. That I know for sure, because that's his only leverage with these other guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna come to some type of agreement.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Ian says if you ain't in shape, don't go for Sean Porter.
You're right.
You damn all right about that.
Good shape, because Sean Porter gonna be in shape and on your ass all night.
Right. And we got the newly 2021 Boxing Hall of Fame for Florida. Oh, the Hall of Famer is Orlando Fernandez. He's in the house. What's up?
Orlando.
Oh, we gonna see you this Saturday? Let us know.
I need one of them cigars, one of them Cuban cigars.
Oh, he did that now. Orlando did that now. He really
Orlando
did.
had the signature cup with the name engraved.
Okay, he wasn't playing. He was not playing. All right, so Ian also saying, let's see. Wait a minute. We got Anthony. He says, see you guys this Saturday.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And then Antron, he says, do you think Manning should retire or go back in? I think he looked good last Saturday. You know what? He didn't look that damn bad to me. Everybody's talking about that he was ringing or whatever.
You know what? I don't know if I had too many drinks that night, but actually the night of the fight, I thought Manny won. So maybe I had too many of these that night.
Yeah, I really didn't think that, Ugas did all that much in the first half of the fight. Now, the second half of the fight, I thought he made, decisive wins in each round. But that beginning of the fight, I mean, and then too, it was like, Manny was, still trying to do combinations and, he was more stationary than he normally is. But I think that had more to do with being out of the ring for 2 years than it had to do with him just being old. I mean, 43 is not that old anymore, especially not for a Filipino person. I'm just being real. I mean, they got the fountain of youth and the Asian. I mean, look at Nonito Donaire. These are older fighters that look amazing for their age.
Sometimes when you sit in the audience and you see one angle and you don't hear no commentating,
Yeah.
it could give you a whole different look on the fight. Like I say, I actually thought Manny won the fight, but I'm sitting in one position. I don't hear no commentating. I'm drinking a few of these right here. So I thought Manny looked damn good. So I had to look at the fight again, But that night, I thought Manny won that fight, to be honest with you.
Well, let's say this. I mean, his question was, do you think he should retire? And I'm going to go out there and say, no, let's see him in one more fight and see if it really is something that he believes is just being old or not. Because, I mean, me personally, like, damn, he was out for 2 years and he decides to get in there with a monster like Spence. That was already stretching it for any boxer.
Ooh.
Like, you're supposed to have a stay busy fight or you're supposed to have a tune-up fight before you go in for somebody on that type of level. And Ugas also qualifies as being that type of level with that Cuban pedigree. So it was kind of like, damn, I can't believe we doing this.
Yeah, man, that might have been a rough night for Manny if he had fought Earl that night. If Earl came in like the best Earl Spence, man, that could have been.
Yeah.
Man, he probably really have his mind made up right now what he wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. Okay, so Orlando says he will be there Saturday. Yes.
All right, Orlando.
And he says he got you, dog, as far as the Cuban cigar.
Oh, okay.
He says he's gonna be there tomorrow at the weigh-in too. So we can't wait to see you at the weigh-in. We're talking about all or nothing for baby. That's 10K boxing card that's coming up at St. Pete Marriott Clearwater. We got St. Pete's very own Finesse Graham that will be on the card. We got Antonio Tarver that's going to be on the card. We got the rematch with Moran. I mean, I'm very looking forward to that. We got Samurai Turner, and he's going to be going against Cruz. And those two are both the inside fighters for 10K. So we're going to see that matchup as well.
We had them two guys when we was in Vegas. They was on the show when we went live from Vegas. So
right. Yeah, they serious. They really serious about their fight, too.
That's going to be a good scrap right there.
I believe so, too. And it's the first time that both of them have really had a full training camp. So we're going to get to see them, like, at their best, finally. So I know that's huge for both of them to be able to accomplish that, to really show, their potential and know that, this is how I can look if I have proper training. Right. And we got Sherman Henson, trainer for Antonio Tarver Jr. He says, I will see you tomorrow.
Sherman.
Absolutely. And let's see. We got Steven. He's listening to us. What's up?
Steve, what's up?
Let's see. Anthony says, I got your boxing playhouse anthem in this queue for Saturday. All right. Okay, Ant. You know that's what's up, because we got to have some welcome to the house.
Turn it up loud too.
Boxing playhouse. Yeah, we gotta have that for sure. Okay, so I think Tony is waiting on us. Let me just go back. Okay, let me mention these 3 other people that's listening here. We got Yarick, Sergio, and Leoncio, and Raymond. They're all looking. Shout out to you guys.
Let us know where y'all at too. Let us know where y'all at.
Yes, and you guys are forgetting to put hashtag BPH after your comments so I can read them. It's been a while. But we gotta put that hashtag BPH in here for us. And when you guys have time, I really need you to go over to YouTube as well and make sure you sign up and subscribe to our channel there, because those numbers count, baby. Now, let's see if I had another. Oh, I did. I had Emilio.
What's that?
I had you at the Alcatraz.
Oh,
You
wow.
was at Alcatraz breaking out. Yes, breaking out so you could get back to the fight. First, you broke out so you could get to. You had 2 fights in mind, huh? When you broke out of Alcatraz with your video, you had the Pat. Yes, you had the Pat fight that you had in mind, and then you had Tito's fight, the TNK card coming up this Saturday. I mean, tell us right quick about your experience at Alcatraz.
Oh man, Alcatraz is real. Felt just like it did back in the days when it was open, man. Just out on the rock, man. It's just it's just a feeling. You know, just going out there is just an intense feeling on that boat ride going there. So to go there and go inside one of them cells and feel that was just, man, was amazing. And I'm so glad I was able to escape and talk about it.
Yeah, because they could have kept you on that D block.
They could have kept me on that, man.
That D block was for the black folks. So you might have been in trouble if you continued, if you didn't escape.
Definitely a place to visit if you go to San Francisco, man. It's very interesting.
It's very intense, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why you didn't want to do the night tour. I mean, I thought that was going to be fun.
Oh, man, I heard about the night thing out there. I ain't trying to stick around out there at night. They said the ghosts come out at night. I ain't trying to be out there for that.
Okay, so this weekend's fights, let's move on. So this weekend's fight is Jake Paul versus Tyrone Woodley Jr. And, that's going to be an interesting fight because Woodley is being trained and helped out by the Mayweather team. Of course, Paul has a big head as usual and thinking that he done knocked out, the greatest of all time in his history.
Right.
So we can in Cleveland this weekend, and that's going to be Showtime pay-per-view. And, let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about when it comes to that fight, which is Amanda Serrano. Baby, wow. She's the co-main event, and her belts are on the line. She's a multi-division unified champ. So, this is the first fight that she's actually going to be paid what she should be paid. Well, I can't even say that, but this is the biggest payday that she's had in her whole career. And the only reason she was able to do that is because this was a card that included a YouTuber. What do you have to say about this?
Oh, man. It's a shame to take a YouTuber to get this girl the kind of money she deserves, She definitely deserves it. I like to see all the women get paid, equally. If they're good.
Right.
Get paid on women, man. They're taking shots just like the dudes. So
yeah,
I'm supporting the women 120. So I want to see it. Pay these women, man. Give them what they deserve.
Yeah, I was kind of like on the fence about that myself because I'm like, damn, are you seriously telling me that it took the YouTuber, which I'm not always excited about those fights, headlining cards, but if it takes that in order for this female to get the props and the value and the dollars that she deserves, then damn it, line up the damn YouTubers then. I mean, I'm going to have to support them in a different type of way now, just so these ladies can get their damn money.
Hey, I ain't mad at the YouTubers hustle at all. It's just a shame it have to go this way, but I ain't mad at it at all. If that's what it takes to get these women paid, hey, let's do it.
I'm feeling you on that. And on top of that, it is a damn shame, though. It is a shame that this is the only way that she could get the best payday of her career. And we're talking about Amanda Serrano, world champion in multiple divisions, who's a unified champ, who also has been good in all combat sports. She's crossed over to MMA several times. You know what I'm saying? Just so she can get paid. This is a trend that these top level prize women fighters are having to do. Like, I think it's kind of disgusting. But we're going to talk about that later because we do have a promoter with us tonight that has been very supportive of female boxing in our area. So we'll have to ask him about what he feels about this issue. And first, we're ready for Tony. Tarver Jr. is in the house. He's ready. He's here. Let's go ahead and get our main event. Okay, Tony Antonio Tarver Jr. He's in the house. Tony, come on in.
T, what's up?
How you doing? T2, man, what's going on? Feeling good, feeling great.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear
you. Y'all know.
Yes, we love your smile, Tony. Like the brightest ever.
I was knocked out, man. You know, we got the weigh-ins tomorrow. I don't know why y'all picked this day to do an interview with me, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got on. I had to tap in right quick.
Don't you be hangry with us. Don't you be hangry with us. You know we every Thursday.
You know I'm angry, hungry. I'm all that in one right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to fight. Put on a show. You know, y'all getting a smile right now, but tomorrow I'm probably gonna be looking really mean. So I apologize.
Okay, turn your phone the other way. Turn it diagonal so we can get you on the screen a long way. There you go.
Let me set it up. I gotta set it up. All right, there we go. We good.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, Tony, congratulations on your new baby. That baby's so cute.
That's she ain't new, but she about to be 2 in December. But December December 24th actually to be exact. So
Christmas Eve, baby. All right.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, baby. Yeah. That's what we do it for, though. That's what we do it for.
Exactly. Now I want to get into that right now, but first I have to ask you a serious question. You know, I was thinking about this the other night, and I want to know because people already identified, you have the Tarver last name. So you have, the former world champion and the new Florida Boxing Hall of Famer, Antonio Tarver, as your dad. What is the biggest difference between the two of you guys? If you really could think about it, what do you think is the difference between the two of you?
I think he's a little more serious than I am. You know, we really both serious. I just think we express it differently. But yeah, I think that's about it, man. But the focus, the determination, I think we all like in the same line with that, man. Because he showed me what it took a long time ago, man, when he was fighting Roy Jones and all these championship fights, even down to the Olympics. You know, he's been showing me how to like really do it and lock in and get focused and be able to withstand the pressure when it comes. So other than that, man, the difference is that I'm more cool, calm, and collective, and I'm still gonna get the job done.
Absolutely. We saw you on the card for the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame and TNK Boxing Promotion back in June, and you pulled out a devastating body punch to end that fight. And I guess as a reward, you're now a main event. So tell us a little bit about what happened in that fight and how you feel your performance was.
I feel like I had a sweet performance. Everybody else thought it was like spectacular, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like I had a slow start. The first 2 rounds was kind of rough for me. I had to lose a lot of weight at a short period of time. So with that being said, that's the backlash of everything that if you're not in shape or you're not in properly or you didn't do all the right things that you should have done, then that's the backlash to it. So but I knew eventually along the fight as the fight went on that I was gonna figure out a way to solve the puzzle. So yeah. So I knew I was gonna figure out a way to solve the puzzle, but Turner was a tough guy, man. He came in, he came to fight, he came to try to win and take T2 down. But like I said, I found the shot. Once I found it, I executed, and then that was it.
Sony, how's making weight this camp been for you?
I don't know. No, it's good, man. I'm feeling good, feeling great. It didn't take me it wasn't as hard as last time, obviously, because I stayed in the gym, stayed working hard, pushing myself, and yeah, we'll be on weight tomorrow at 4:00.
What's for dinner Sunday?
What's for dinner Sunday? I don't know. It's gonna be something good though, and a little heavy.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, T, what you thought about the Pacquiao fight, man? You thought Ugas really, won decisively, or?
I don't know, man. It was a real close fight. I thought it was. I thought Pacquiao had his range with his jab. Ugas did do his thing though. He went to the body good, hit the head up top. He kept using that
Right.
jab, man. That jab was busy early in the round. So you could have called it, actually for Ugas because his jab was really really effective in the actually all night. Not even in the beginning rounds, but all night his jab was really really effective. So yeah, it
Right.
was a good fight. But Pacquiao didn't look old. He didn't look like he looked like he could still be in there with some of the best welterweights out there. So
You think he should stick around, or you want to see him retire?
I don't know. It all depends. Some real killers at welterweight. So he
Yeah.
might want to go and hang it up. Do his thing over there in his country. And just cool it. But he still looked good though. So I didn't think he looked bad or he was like, he was missing too many steps or anything. He just couldn't figure out Ugas jab, really, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah, that reach and that height really had an effect on him. And someone did point out that he had never fought a Cuban boxer before.
Wow.
I had no idea that he never fought a Cuban boxer before. Oh, I don't know what happened to Tony.
You there, T?
T.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, your
Yeah.
audio is cutting in and out, but I can't figure out why it's doing that.
Can you hear me?
It's like you're muffled a little bit sometimes.
Hold on, let me unplug this earphone right quick. Maybe you can hear me a little better.
Okay, that not okay.
Hold on,
So basically, my next question for you, I mean, we talked about the differences between you and your dad. He's a little bit more
Can you hear me now?
serious.
Yeah,
Yes,
we hear you.
fully, yes.
Fully? All right. I'm sorry about that.
Okay,
It's probably the
sure.
earphone. I'm sorry about that. Good.
No, that's fine. Okay, so last week we had Samurai Turner, your opponent from the last fight, on, and he's thinking that maybe he wants a rematch with you. And also, Cruz also would like one as well. Well, not a rematch, but I mean, he's talking about fighting you as well. Like, what do you think about all of a sudden you're the person that people want to fight?
I don't know, man. They tripping right now, man. I don't know how that, I don't know how Cruz even deserve a fight with me because I don't know how, like, his performance wasn't even, spectacular or even close, and not even close to mine. So I don't understand that. But like I say, man, at the end of the day, Turner was a tough fighter. He came to fight. But that wasn't, like I said, that was a C performance. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't get the real me. And come Saturday night, y'all will see the real T2 come out, handle his business, and sharp, speedy, fast, move swiftly, and not get touched. But they don't want no smoke with me. For real.
And you have no
They
ring
really
rust
don't,
this
man.
time,
They don't want no
right?
smoke,
I
man.
mean,
Yeah, we made
you had the
everything.
COVID layoff. I
Yeah,
know,
2 year
like
layoff.
those things matter. Yeah.
That was a 2 year. It was a 2 year layoff, and I had a month to get ready for the fight, and I did the best I could. But now we back in the gym. We locked in. We ready to go, and we gonna stay in the gym. And like I say, 2022, man, we coming for all the smoke. Anybody that want it at 154, we'll be ready.
Yes. We see your son. Is that your son beside you?
My
He
daughter.
wants to talk to you, T.
Oh, that's
Your
the
daughter?
baby.
Yeah, that's baby Jordan right there. Say hey. You know, say hi,
Hey,
Hi,
baby.
Jordan.
What's up, baby?
She keep
Hi,
her teeth.
sweetie.
She keep her teeth clean right now, but you
Yes.
know, she's
Oh
smiling
my
too.
goodness. How is your dad with the grandkids? Like how look, it's so difficult for me to see him as a granddaddy.
Man, he like a soft big teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the kids, it's crazy,
Oh, he
man. He
okay.
love it. Yeah, he love him. He loves him to death, man. He's a great granddad, and he stays on my butt to make sure, hey, look, man, you know who you provide for those kids back there, man. So,
Right.
we coming to
Right.
handle business Saturday. Hey, my first main event. I'm excited about that. The house gonna be packed with all type of different stars out there. So, man, just come out, support, and hey, we ready to put some work in, like always.
Hey, T, how many more times? How many more times this year you think you're gonna fight?
Maybe two more.
Two more
One
times?
for sure. Yeah, one for sure, but two more for sure. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try to get two, but one for sure. One for sure. And then
Well,
next year,
I
man.
mean, things
Go
are
ahead.
kind of working out for you and TNK right now. TNK Boxing has been able to work with you and your dad when, some other promotional companies have, not been able to get you on. So,
Yeah, no,
I'm
and
just
shop.
kind of like giving Tito credit for this, for being
Yeah.
able to get you on two cards, not one.
This,
And do you see this as a good, partnership that you guys have formed?
Oh, absolutely, man. Shout out to TNK Promotions for sure, man. They doing their thing, man, and I gladly appreciate it. For getting me on the two shows, getting me back active like I should have, and shout out to Tarver Promotions too. They doing their thing too. So it's a great partnership,
Yes.
and hopefully we can keep this thing going, man, and make it beautiful all the way to the top.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that for sure. You told me like, what happened with your sparring partners this time, Tony? You said that they was kind of slack.
Man, they was slacking, a lot of them, man. I don't know what was going on. There's a couple of good guys out there that try to make it happen, but I guess the timing just wasn't right. My boy
Hmm.
Ricardo from St. Pete, he actually was gonna give me some work, but he said he was fighting an Orthodox fighter. So I told him, look, man, don't worry about it. It's all good. And Jamari Jones was supposed to come down. I think he's a top amateur fighter. He was supposed to come down, but his coach went out of town or something. It was something crazy going on with that. So, the time wasn't right, but a lot of these guys, man, it's practice. You know what I'm saying? Just like, in the NBA, you got practice every day. You got to work on your skills and
Oh,
your
I don't know,
sharpness.
Tony. You being a little, you come on now.
It's
Y'all be having some
practice.
serious
It's
sparring. I think you done got some people where they don't want to spar you, especially,
Man, look,
I know
man.
how Sherman Henson gets it down when it comes to sparring.
Yeah, but it's like you say, it's all work. I want a good work out there. I'm sorry, hold on, excuse me.
Yeah,
My baby
upset she
going
can't be
here.
with you
She
right
usually
now.
sleep at this time. But no,
Right.
yeah, she usually sleep at this time, so she a little cranky. But no, man, it's practice, man, and iron sharpen iron. So I want all the good sparring out there. We right at Carter's 24/7 on Bush and not Bush. Anderson and Waters. Come out, man,
Mhm.
anytime. Thursdays, Saturdays, come get some work, man, with T2. I'm back in the gym right after this fight, so it doesn't matter, man. But I really want that sharp, explosive, sparring session because that get me sharp, and hopefully I can get whoever else come in the gym sharp. So that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like
All
people try
right.
to win wars, and try to, I got the ups on you on this day. None of that matters. It's not a fight. It's sparring. You feel what I'm saying? I might be working on something different that day. I might be working on my defense. I might be working on counter punching, whatever the case
Right.
may be. But you can't get no ups in a sparring session. So that's all it
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
hey, T, Silk, he give you some work sometimes, don't he, Silky?
Yeah, he was out in Vegas. He was out in Vegas at the
Yeah,
fight.
He
So
was out there with
yeah,
us.
he couldn't.
he was on the plane
Yeah,
with
he
us,
couldn't give
man.
me. Yeah, that's my brother, man, for real. Haitians. Hey, that's
Yeah,
my boy
Silky.
Haiti, man. That's my boy Haitian, man. Yeah, Silky, man. That's my boy.
You said you'll be there Saturday.
Yeah, he gonna definitely come in and support, man. But he know I'm gonna handle business. But yeah, he always got me ready for my fights. Any of my fights, he always came through and try to give me that pressure and hit me to the body real hard. And I always love that too. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Yeah, Silk be
We
ready.
love you,
We
Silky.
seen
We
y'all
love
two in
you.
action. Yes, he be thugging it out over there.
Yeah, man. Hey,
For
listen, he
real.
don't play either. So that's what I like. I like that type of work. So I ain't
Well,
running from no work either.
We're gonna go ahead and bring T&K Boxing Promotions founder and owner Tito Escalera Jesus in the house, and he's gonna explain to us what it is that he likes about Antonio Tarver Jr. on that
No, let's
card.
do it.
Yes.
There you go, Tito.
What's
Tito! What's up,
up,
Hello,
Tito?
Tito?
everybody. How you
What's
guys
up,
doing?
Yeah.
Tito? We
Good,
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 Tito.
good.
I like that shirt, Tito.
Yeah, that'll be this shirt will be thrown out to the audience here and there during the night,
Okay.
I like it.
so the audience will be able
Yeah.
to grab some of these.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So tell us,
So
what is it that you like about Tony Jr.? Why is you like making sure that he finally gets some shine here in Tampa Bay? And also, thank you for setting this up for us to finally be able to see Tony not once but twice already in a couple of
well,
months.
Good look.
well, actually, I knew Tarver Jr. for close to 10 years. I met him in Omar's gym in East Tampa Bay Boxing, where they used to call it Trigger City Boxing. Now they call it I guess East Tampa
Tampa
Bay
City.
Boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tampa
Tampa
City.
City Boxing. Yeah. So I met him there, and he's always been polite. He's always went out there and worked out, and then did his thing and went back home. And he never really joked around. He was serious about his craft. He was always so nice and polite. And then throughout the years, we used to go to amateur tournaments or amateur shows throughout Florida, and I see him there supporting with Sherman, and and it was just he's always been there, you know what I'm saying? And then when he turned professional, he's been doing a great job, him and his team, and they might have had like a
Right,
little, downtime, but we were just fortunate enough where our schedule matched their downtime because prior to him, not fighting for 2 years, he was starting to build momentum and it was moving him the right direction. At that time, my company was just starting. So it just happened that everything lined up and he was available to fight it in close to his hometown and he said his father did an amazing job negotiating the fight and Tarver Jr. showed up and showed everybody what he's made of. So it worked out really really nice.
Man, I was glad to see T fight the last time because we've been knowing T for the last few years, and that was my first time actually seeing him live, Tito. So that was a good look, man. I'm glad you got him on again, and hopefully a couple more times before the year's over.
Yeah, that's what we're hopeful. This year has been really difficult because of the pandemic and Florida being open and a lot of other states closed down. So a lot of promoters came to Florida, and the trickle down effect was it affected a lot of local small promoters because we couldn't compete with the bigger promoters. And
right.
but I think everything's opening up when as more as when New York opens up all the way and Vegas and Texas and California, then Florida will be more. It'll be a lot more room to do a lot more things down here for the local promoters.
Well, congratulations on your success so far. Especially, I mean, we're loving that we're getting to have fights right here in St. Pete, Florida, and we finally got some St. Pete people on the card. So, I mean, tell us how you feel about being able to consistently give people these solid fights with competitive fights.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with the team we have behind us. Joey, the matchmaker, um, and then he gets the bouts, and then I kind of
you know, wring his neck sometimes. I put him through a lot of stress because I want competitive fights. I want competitive fights for the fans, but I also want it for the fighter because I'm a fighter myself. You know, I fought amateurs, and what I never wanted was a fighter to get false confidence when they go on the big stage. They don't perform because I know the feeling when they don't perform, how the fans turn their back on them. So I want to make sure that we're
Right.
grooming these young men and women in the local level where, you know, I want our guys to win. You know, I'm Team Florida all the way. But that being said, I'm not going to give them a walkover fight. They're not going to go in there and knock their opponent out in 30 seconds. And, you know, and a lot of people don't like that. You know, they want somebody that's going to give it to them a little bit easier. But I'm looking at the long term success. I'm not looking at short term gain. And I want these people to become world champions one day, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Now, Tony, how's it been working with Tito from your end as a boxer? I mean, have you been impressed? Have you found it easy to work with him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tito good peoples, man. Like he said, man, we've been knowing each other for a while. So, it was kind of like plug and play, like, hey, look, man, T2, man, you want to get on, boom, boom, boom. And hey, look, my dad taking care of business. Like you say, my team doing anything. And, it's a beautiful thing, man. And it's going to be a packed house Saturday night. It's going to be beautiful. And I'm ready.
Yes.
Hey, Tito, shout out. I'm happy that I got a main event.
No, dude, I'm
And,
proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the man you became and the father you became. And, you know, you're good people, man. And, you know, I sit back and looked at people like yourself not get the opportunities you guys deserve, you know? And
yes,
that's
sir.
why, you know, I started this company and we managed to help a lot of fighters out. We're just glad that you chose us to help you out in a short period of time of your career. You know, bigger doors are going to open as more consistent you fight, and this is going to
Yep.
take you to another level. But we're glad you chose us. You know, we was fortunate enough to have a lot of old school fighters that fought in our shows and kind of retired in our shows, like Lady Ram. We had Chavez fight in our
Mhm.
shows. We had we had Renard Hill that I respect a lot, fighting in multiple of our shows. And then now to see this talent like Tarver and you know a lot of talent that we have in our team. You know our fighters that we have. You know we had 9 fighters in our stable, and for them to show their craft. You know from Angel to Cruz to Tommy that we signed because I like the performance he did and how professional he was through the whole process. Um,
Mm, okay.
Taz. I mean, so we got a lot of fighters, you know, Ivan Franco,
Mhm.
Jose, Casio. So there's a lot of people. And then, believe it or not, we have a couple new debuts that signed with TNK that we did not announce because we was gonna wait to announce it that night. Um,
All
you know,
right. I
and
can't wait. But I still feel like I should
Sherman's
have
training.
it exclusive.
Yeah, but check this out. Sherman's gonna be working the corner for 2 fighters that night. And one of them is signed with T and K. It's not Tarver Jr., but you'll see who Sherman working the corner 2 nights. And then I'm glad that we added you know Bait Chicken to our team. Y'all know who he is.
Oh, yeah, baked
Baked
chicken.
chicken, huh?
So he's officially T and K fighter. So
Glad,
and
because that means tomorrow again, I'm gonna get some baked chicken, Tito.
yeah, so I'm glad to see what happens that night. You know with Tarver. You know there's a lot of good talent out there. There's gonna be out there Saturday night showcase for this city, and and to be honest with you, I think the fighters because a lot of the fighters understand what I'm trying to do, and they're not being you know they're not being swayed a different way to take easier fights. They all stepping up to the plate, and they all want to get to the next level. And I think this is the way you do it.
Hey Tito, can you tell Baked Chicken to bring some fried chicken too?
Hey, hold up.
I,
Hold up 1 second. Y'all can't be
He
talking about
likes
all
it
this
public
food now.
too.
Weigh in tomorrow now. Weigh in
yeah,
tomorrow. Y'all
He
can't be
said,
talking about all
let's
this
not talk
food
about
right
food
now.
yet.
Seriously. I'm not even
I
playing
tell
for
you
real.
what, Tarver,
Come on.
you looking sharp, man. You looking like you gonna make that weight easily this time.
Yeah, man. We worked hard for it. I learned my lesson. Just know that. I learned my lesson. my last go round, and I learned it and I took it on the chin. So now we back at it, man. We're gonna be ready to go.
Okay, we got some comments, guys. We got Orlando Fernandez, our Hall of Famer. He says 10K is family. Looking forward to seeing Tito 2 or Tarver Jr. fight Saturday night. He says big things to happen in the future for both TNK and Tarver Jr. Let's go Saturday night.
Yeah.
And he said, I got the victory cigars ready for Saturday night. All right.
Shout out
All
Orlando.
right. And then you got DJ Anthony. He said, Tito 100.
I appreciate that.
Oh, happy
Then,
birthday to Tito B as well, because I think it's his birthday today.
Yes,
So
it is
happy
DJ Tito's birthday. And then,
happy birthday.
I'm glad. I'll be honest with you. I mean, when I started this company 3 years ago, actually going almost on 4, you know, we're on the right track. You know what I'm saying? But I started it where it was a lot of local talent, and I mean local promoters that was kind of fading out and kind of leaving the business, and I kind of filled that void. But I'm excited to see all the new promoters that's coming along, that's going to bring Tampa Bay, St. Pete area, and even Lakeland area, and Plant City. I think that it's going to be a lot of new promoters in 2022, and so it's going to be exciting for boxing in this area. So you guys should be proud. And then I'm excited about the 5 award winners that we're going to give awards out to that night. People in the community that people forgot about, coaches, fighters, people that give back. And I want, hopefully, if I leave any legacy behind, is the other promoters give back to the fighters and coaches and people that give them the game, and just at least acknowledge them that night and tell them a thank you, because sometimes the fighters get forgotten about after they leave the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
true.
For sure. That's interesting. Now I gotta get back to this fight card. We want to
All
talk
right.
about everybody on this card, from like Tarver Jr. and his opponent straight down to my man Armando Moran. I gotta know, like, what do you think about these fights that's coming up?
It's going to be competitive. Realistically, we have 12 bouts, and realistically, about 8 to 9 of them is going to be competitive, and it can go either way. I mean, Tarver Jr. stepping up again. He's fighting a guy there's a durable guy. He actually fought Evander Holyfield's son already, and so he's going to be there to be tested, and I think Tarver Jr. is going to pass the test. But that's their team is building his career back up and getting him the right fights to move him on the track that he has. Armando, stepping up from 4 rounds to 6 rounds in the rematch. They had Fight of the Night awards, the last show, and so I'm excited to see that these young Mexican fighters going in there, and either one of them could have took another opponent that decided to run it back. So that's going to be an exciting fight.
Yeah, for sure. And then I wanted to also, I know you're not mentioning some of the cards right now, because we got to be surprised a little bit. I mean, the fans got to look forward to the unexpected fights. So
I'll just put it this way: nobody that pays $60 to go see it in person is going to be disappointed. And I think from the hard work that we do behind the scenes, you and Emilio, they're gonna leave out there remembering like that's the old days of boxing.
I like that.
Yeah, for real. I like them old school days for sure. I mean, is Pete Fernandez gonna be in the house? Because he needs to see this.
Hopefully, Pete's gonna be there. We're gonna have a lot of people in that building, and we're excited to have you guys be a part of it and the support you guys get us since day one. And I think the fighters are gonna be excited to meet you guys in person.
Yeah, we're
Absolutely.
excited too.
We'd be excited just as much. We're real boxing fans, and that's what makes it so different. We're not just there to do a job. Like, we actually enjoy, seeing boxing.
boxing fans
Yeah, of
first.
course.
Yeah, all day. So we lost Antonio, but I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. But the thing I wanted to talk to you about right quickly is the fact that you've supported female boxing, and we just found out that Amanda Serrano is getting her highest payday ever because she's on the because she's a co-main event for a YouTuber's card. I mean, what does that say?
I'll be honest with you. I grew up with um, actually, wow. I grew up with three sisters and six aunties. So I've been raised around women all my life, and I see how strong they are now. I got a lot of beef, a lot of when I first started this company, and I made sure that every show that we did had a female fighter either on the top of the card or the main event, and because I believe they need the time and the shine because they deserve it, and they fight just as good or better than the guys do. Um, but it's unfortunate that it took this situation for her to get paid this kind of money, and that's just as long as you got guys running it that don't believe in women boxing or they feel like it's too brutal for women to be going in there. Um, this is what happens.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a great way of summing it up. That's a great analysis. So I did have another question for you. That's kind of like a little off topic because I like to
And
stir the
y'all
pot.
giving me easy questions. And Emilio, you ain't giving me no questions, Emilio. You gotta toughen it up, man. This is after dark. You guys got to toughen it up.
Okay, well, after dark, want to know, is there sabotage? Do promoters have it very hard in general, no matter where you live at? Do you feel like there's sabotage when it comes to promoting fights?
I think it's just a combination of other promoters putting their time and effort, and then they might not take it as serious. So they see when somebody else comes in, they feel like they're gonna take everything they worked so hard for. But the way I see it is, there's enough fighters out here that are not getting opportunities, and there's enough fans out here to see multiple shows. There's no need to go against each other when there's so many fighters and big fan base where everybody can enjoy it, everybody can succeed. But it is sabotage, believe it or not. I mean, as small as people stealing gloves at an event to calling the fire marshals to, I mean, you got people that pay fighters not to show up at the weigh-ins, or if they show up, they pay them money to disappear and not show up at the fights. I mean, I seen it all, and I experienced it all. Um, Even though this is all or nothing for, um, we be a part of 12 shows by the time the show hits Saturday night. So a lot of shows we named them different things. The Hall of Fame shows or Bombs Away
Right.
8, 9. So, but altogether I have done 12 shows, and it seems to every single show something happens behind the scenes where another promoter or another staff of a promoter um, tries to do something because they don't want you to succeed. But that's part of the sport. You're gonna have haters. The good thing is some of those same promoters that I helped in the past or sponsored in the past or cheered on that I still do, believe it or not. I'm just glad that a lot of them are starting to copy some of the stuff we're doing in our shows. So it just shows to me that they're paying attention.
And they'll swear they're not looking, right? Well, I'm very excited because I know that you also are including a female on this card as well, and that's with the new champion. That's Taz Therese Brown. So I'm
Oh
looking
my
forward to seeing her as well on this card. And I just want to thank you for being able to give the boxing fans, the local boxing fans, and female boxers a chance. For a
No, I
long
mean,
time, people didn't have them on cards.
no, we're glad, and I think we're turning people's opinions around. I mean, a lot of them. It's forcing other promoters, believe it or not, just in the local area. You've seen it with your own eyes. Other promoters are starting to put female boxing on their cards now. So, and you know,
Right. That,
you guys got a huge fan base. So the more you guys say it, the more people listen to it. You know, and it's good because it's good opportunities for everybody.
Mm.
yeah, for sure. I seen that now all of a sudden, after they discouraged you from putting a female on the card, that now they want to have females on the card. Like, make it make sense.
Well, I think they saw it made sense when they saw people cheering and a huge crowd and nobody disappointed.
Right.
They saw something they like and this these people are smart. They've been in the game longer than me, so they're gonna do what's trending to stay in it to stay relevant.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the females, they can sell tickets. They are able to, bring a crowd to see them, and that's something that you prove. And so you're what you call the innovator in that. So like I always say, like people that try to copy our style, it's like, yeah, but we always are the originators, so nobody can take that away. They know we did it first.
No, no, of course. I'm just glad for all the fans that's tuning in, and I'm glad for the opportunities you guys give us and the platform you guys give the fighters because you know, other than Boxing Playhouse, who else is here in this area covering these local fighters in a big sense? You know, once in a while you might have some other people, but they're not doing as consistent as you guys, and hopefully they'll see that you don't have to be a big name to put you on your show. You guys work with
Right.
everybody, big stars, championships, or beginners and debuts. So it's a testament to you guys' hard work.
We appreciate that, Tito. Yeah, we try to
Thanks,
look out
Tito.
for everybody, man. All fighters, big or small, man. We willing to have everyone on, man.
Okay, Tony, come on back on. I know you said you had some technical difficulties.
Listen, all
I got
if you guys can't make it, if they can't make it, they can buy the pay per view at tkboxingpromotions.com. It's only 19.99. You guys spend that on junk food, but you guys gonna get enjoyed for 4 hours of good
pretty
boxing.
much. It's like $23.74 for two people to eat fast food now. And
That's a price.
unfortunately,
That's
I
about the price of two by fours right now.
Mhm.
right. Yeah, it's
But
expensive for wood these days. And we got
yeah,
Orlando. He says she deserves every penny she gets. Undefeated,
yes,
multi-world champion, great for the sport. And
yes,
everybody needs to get the place of a piece of the pie. Some want the whole pie, not fair to the smaller promoters. And
yeah.
then we have Alita from Boss Babe. She's like,
Baby.
love hearts. What's up, girl? I love her too. And we haven't seen her in a while either. So it's time for us to see her in action in Biloxi. Tito, are we going to Biloxi anytime soon?
Right now, my friend and mentor, Will Hunter, he's actually working on something. We don't have a date locked in yet, but he will be in the house Saturday night. Also commentating with Jose Ocasio. So hopefully he can let a sneak peek or breaking news that night.
All
Oh,
right. That's going to be
William
cool.
Hunter.
Yeah, Right Hook Promotions, The Hunter, making it happen with TNK Boxers. I mean, I know that's going to be a stellar performance and a nice show because last time you guys teamed up, everybody was talking about how nice that shit was on the bay,
Yeah,
honey.
I
Y'all
don't
had
think
that.
people understand. I mean, I don't think people understand how hard it is to pull this off. Just imagine, you guys see these fights and you say, "Man, why they can't make these fights happen?" So just imagine we got 12 bouts. That's 22 people that have to agree, and then you get their coaches and their managers involved. Now you're talking about 66 people that you have to please to make this happen. So and it's the whole staff, the fighters. I'm glad the teams, you know, everybody's flying in. They're complete professionals, both sides, A side and B side, and I think they're all there to put a show on. You guys gonna be a real please.
Yes, and excited as always. And tomorrow's that weigh-in. We got Tony back.
Yeah,
Tony,
Hey,
he's
I'm
back.
back.
you
My
ready to
bad, man.
close
My
this out?
my
Good.
phone died. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Apologize. I apologize.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
We
Listen, we're
back
not
though.
gonna
We
keep you
back. We
too
back.
long because we know you got this weigh-in tomorrow. Tito, you as well. Tony, tell everybody what they'll be missing if they don't go ahead and get these last-minute tickets.
Man,
I
y'all better
mean,
get y'all
Tito,
last
is there
minute
any
tickets.
tickets left?
Y'all better get y'all last minute tickets because it's gonna be a show. We got a lot of talent on the card. 10K Promotions is going down. Y'all gotta come out, man, because I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna show all my talent, all what I need to show. My quickness, my fastness, my counter punching. So y'all better get y'all tickets now. Or it's gonna be too late. Cause it's gonna be lights out.
Uh-oh.
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 Somebody
Oh,
is
there we go.
predicting the
There we go.
KO.
Somebody
He
going
still got
What?
that
Bing!
hands.
Somebody,
Bing! It's going down.
early night, huh?
somebody predicting that KO up
It's
on
gonna be
him.
an early night for him.
Well, I
Yeah,
tell you
man.
what,
I'm
Tony,
ready.
you looking
I'm
very
ready.
handsome. So I hope that the ladies want to come and see this handsome talent that's on the card. And
Yes.
you're looking in
Man.
shape, and you do look like you able to knock somebody out. I mean, you're fighting at 160 this time.
160 and then we getting right on down to 54. You know, we just had to take it easy. And
Whoa,
now we're gonna be where we
okay.
want to be at. Like
Wow,
I
okay.
say,
Wow.
yeah.
I like them
So
weight zones.
54. 54 after
How many
this
rounds
60
you fight,
fight, we're
T?
going to 54.
How many rounds your fight is?
Six.
6 rounds. Okay.
6 rounds.
Okay, and Tito, tell us exactly where they can get these last minute tickets, or can they get them at the door still?
Um,
Give
they
us
can they
a
can get
shout out.
they can get tickets at eventbrite.com, or they can go to tkboxingpromotions.com and they can purchase tickets there, or they can just it really has some general admission at the door, but every VIP or tables are sold, so all those are gone unless you got a fighter that got a connection that might have a ticket or two left, but that's about it.
Okay. So, guys, you heard it here first. It's going to be St. Pete Marriott, baby, this Saturday night, August 28th. And that's TNK Boxing Promotions with main event Antonio Tarver Jr. And that's all or nothing for. I cannot wait. And we'll have some coverage tomorrow at the weigh-ins so that everybody can see just how good and how in shape everybody is and ready to go.
Hey, what time is the
Guys,
weigh-in tomorrow?
huh?
Who's asking about the weigh-in
Tito,
time?
what time the weigh-in is tomorrow? 4?
The weigh-in through the commission is 4 o'clock. What I'm gonna try to do, hopefully the commission can pull it off for me, is I want them to see if once the fighters see the doctors, they can get weighed in at that moment, because sometimes the commission, they do, every commission does it differently, but sometimes they
Mm-hmm.
make the fighters do all the paperwork, then see the doctors, then they weigh them in last, and a lot of the fighters get frustrated because they're cutting weight, they want to eat food, they're already sitting there for like an hour and a half, so hopefully we can change it up going forward, but we'll see what happens.
All right, bet,
Don't
bet.
even remind me about Jose Rodriguez last time because he was so hangry. I thought he was going to eat my little chicken legs. Tito, he was done. He was ready. So
Listen,
I'm all
that's a test, but that's a testament of giving a guy that never get up at age 50 turning professional. Now he's 2-0, going try and go for 3-0. I mean, it just shows you when you keep yourself in shape. Just your age is nothing but a number.
I mean, dude is like ripped. I mean, Jose be looking in better shape than these youngins at 18 and 19. I'm like, damn, what is going on with this body? I mean, I be in denial. I be shocked.
Well, he's
But
gonna be ready
also,
to fight. He's gonna fight the tough fight.
yeah, also he knows how to crack too. So that makes it even more exciting. The fact that the
I
boxing
don't
skills
know.
are there.
Tarver Jr., you gonna try to win fight of the night? Or you trying to
Of
win
course.
knockout of the night?
Come on, Tito. You know I'm always striving for that. You know, if he don't belong here, we're
Yeah.
gonna get him out of there.
Hey, listen. I named the award Bob Nicholson Award because he was the president for USA Boxing for 30 years in the state of Florida. So
Right.
anybody that went through the amateurs in 30 years had a fight through him. He was a hell of a judge and a great mentor. So that's that Bob Nicholson Award, and it comes with $500 for whoever wins it. So and a nice trophy.
Woo! Hard, cold, cash, baby.
Yes.
Wow.
Tony, you gotta get this money, man. You gotta get this
That's money.
Hey,
extra
you know
money.
it, man.
That's
Hey,
money.
we're gonna put on a show, man. Just come out to the fights. Whoever ain't got your tickets, y'all better get them. And
Hey,
You, you think
and
it
they can
might be
purchase
another body shot?
my bad. Sorry
what?
about that. My bad.
I was asking
I'm
Tony,
out, man.
is it gonna
I'm
be another
out,
body
Tito.
shot?
Yeah, of course. I don't know, man. I might want to line him up and get him out of there this time, man. I think I'm gonna try to line him up and get him out of there this time.
Okay.
It all
This is
depends, though.
gonna be dangerous.
It all depends, though.
All right.
Whatever I'm gonna make my adjustments, in the first and second round, and we're gonna see what he brings to the table. But I'm definitely gonna pick the lock.
All
Okay.
right, so guys, what we're gonna do is the boxers, you need to be at the weigh-in at 3 p.m. and we're gonna start the weigh-ins at least by 4. Hopefully, cross our fingers. The boxers will be eating by 4:30.
Cross our fingers again.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And that's gonna be at the. Is that gonna be at the Marriott as well, Tito? The
Yes.
weigh-ins.
Yes. Yep.
Right. So Marriott, St. Petersburg, Florida, Clearwater location. That's on Roosevelt Boulevard in St.
It's
Petersburg,
open to the
and
public. It's open to the public.
it's open to the public. So come on down and support your boxing fans. Last time we had a blast. So I'm assuming we're gonna have even a better time this time, because our main eventer is Antonio Tarver Jr. I'm ready to hear this SmackDown. Like, some toe-to-toe action.
I hope he don't talk no junk, man. I hope he just keep it classy.
Nah, I need some face-off action. We running a media company here. I got to have some real content, Tony.
Hey, I'm a nice guy outside the ring, but boy, inside the ring, I'm a real
Hey,
killer.
you can at least tell him that he gonna get knocked out.
If he look at me wrong, then we'll see what I'm gonna say. If he look at me wrong, we'll see.
Oh, okay. So you gonna let him start it. All right, Tito,
Yeah.
you want to close anything? You want to say anything?
Yeah, I
We
just want
got
to
to
tell
go.
everybody thank you so much for tuning in. You guys can purchase your tickets online, and then if you guys cannot make it, go to tkboxingpromotions.com on Facebook, and you can also find the link there, TK Boxing Promotions, and you can watch it for $19.99. So thank you very much, and see you guys there.
Hey Tito.
Oh,
Remember when you
yeah.
said you had to please a lot of people?
What?
Remember, remember when you told us you have to please a lot of people to make the
Yeah,
event happen?
yeah.
Sakura A, she needs rose petals in her room. She needs rose petals
Boy,
in her
Emilio, boy, you
hotel
better
room.
be going to Walmart in the morning.
Yeah, Roses. That sounds like his job, right? I mean,
You
from
better
my
be going.
voice,
You
though,
better be
I
going
know
to
you
Publix,
do not
Emilio.
see.
Emilio, you better sneak out. You better go to Publix.
Exactly. Look, support eight. Okay,
You
that's
got a
that's
little
that's more
time.
like.
Hey, you got a little time, Emilio. A little time. That's it. By 38.
You got to go
Oh
tell
my
her you got to go
goodness.
get some gas for the car.
Yeah, I gonna put that on him. He got to put roses in Khalil's room. He got the same problems.
Listen, before I get off, I'm gonna give you a rundown how this is gonna go. Right? We're gonna
Okay.
Okay.
get everything loaded up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then we're gonna go to the venue, start pre-setting everything up. But then we have to do everything at the weigh-ins at 2 o'clock to we be done around 5 or 6. Once that's done, had to set up the ring, the lights, the cameras, all the seats, all the tables. I'll be done around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then make sure that all the fighters are ready to go the next day. So and then we have to do pre-tape Saturday morning around 9 o'clock in the morning with the DJ, run the lights and the wires. Then we'll do the media in the
I
pay-per-view
rehearsal.
stream
I have
around
a
4 o'clock.
rehearsal.
So just put it this way: I will be running literally 48 hours straight, maybe 2 hours of sleep to make sure these fans are pleased and these fighters get treated the way they need to be treated, and they have a wonderful night and they can show their showcase and their talents.
And everybody think they can be a promoter. Yeah, I don't want to do none of that. I come in and help you for a few hours, and then I needs to go get some food and relax myself for my own performance.
Well, you
Which
guys
is
take care. God bless you guys and be safe.
All right,
all
Tito.
right, guys.
All right,
Thanks
Tito.
so much. If
Appreciate
you
it.
want to catch up with Tarver Jr., please sign up for his IG page and his Facebook page at Antonio Tarver Jr. And
Yep,
Tito,
that's
you
it.
can find him at T&K Boxing Promotions on Facebook and IG. And then you can also hit up us, Boxing Playhouse, on any
Boston
of these
Playhouse.
platforms. And it's
Hey,
just Boxing Playhouse.
thanks,
And that includes YouTube, Twitter, IG, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, whatever your preference, whatever you like.
Hey, shout out to y'all.
Tony,
See
we're
y'all
glad
tomorrow,
to
all
see
right?
you. See
All
you
right,
later.
T.
Good
See
luck
you
on your fight,
tomorrow.
and we'll see you
Shout out to
tomorrow.
Tarver Promotions, TK Promotions. It's gonna be a show tomorrow night. Let's do it. I mean Saturday night.
All
All
right.
Saturday night, my
right.
bad. Weigh in tomorrow.
Sounds great. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the Boxing Playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.